Hey, y'all, welcome to the Blue Plate Special. It is real live music right here in beautiful downtown Knoxville, and we're hanging out here inside. Visit Knoxville. Feel free to come join us. We have a wonderful show for you here today, but if you can't be here with us, you know, it is streaming live right there on Facebook and the YouTube channel. So, from just right up the street, literally, right here in Knoxville, Tennessee, Mr. Josh Morningstar is here and will be up the second half of the show today with us. To get things started, both of our acts have new projects out that you are hearing on the radio right now. And you all give a great big welcome here to Noel McKay to the Blue Plate Special.
When you're 38, when you're 38, you wish you were a hot young thing, but it's too late. You want to go back and be 20 again, even though you look better than you did back then, and you're cooler than a snow cone rolling on a roller skate. When you're 38, when you're 53, when you're 53, you know you're a whole lot smarter than you used to be. You're probably not good looking anymore, but you look better than you will at 54. So you might as well just let yourself be free. Be 53. When you're 69, when you're 69, they make a lot of dirty jokes at your expense, but that's fine. You probably don't get it very much anymore, but you get it more than you did at 54. There are a lot of other lonely people who are drunk on wine. When you're 69, when you're 101, when you're 101, you've been around so long, all there is to do is have fun. Be a dirty old woman, be a nasty old coot. Everybody laughs at you and says it's cute, but you might still have a few years to spin around the sun. When you're 101, when you're 202, when you're 202, you should have been dead for at least 100 years now, isn't that true? You're never gonna get tired of being alive, and you're always gonna look like you're 25. Old age is never gonna be the death of you, because you're 202. Thank you so much. A world without humans is coming someday. You might think that that is a sad thing to say, but our rapid advancement has brought rapid decay. A world without humans is coming someday. A world without humans might be coming real soon, keeping one's American souvenir, a little flag on the moon, and a cute little car on a gray lunar dune. A world without humans might be coming real soon. A world without humans may be here before long. The earth will go back to its old sleepy song as God contemplates just where and when God went wrong. A world without humans may be here before long. And a world without humans is bound to arrive as we ruin the very things that keep us alive. In the end, it might just be ourselves that we cannot survive. A world without humans is bound to arrive. A world without humans will have sunshine and rain, and a sky that will never know a missile or a plane. Tall buildings stand a little while, but even they will not remain. A world without humans will have sunshine and rain, and a world without humans will keep spinning through space as all sorts of new creatures are taking our place. They'll contemplate the heavens with dignity and grace. A world without humans will keep spinning through space. Thank you.
This is Noel McKay with us here today on the Blue Plate special. Noel's based out of Nashville, but born and raised in Lubbock. Is that
I
Lubbock?
lived in Lubbock for a while and then moved to Bandera. My family moved to Bandera, which is west of San Antonio,
Okay.
the cowboy capital of the world.
Yeah, there's quite a few songwriters from down that way.
That is true.
So let's talk a little bit about you as a songwriter. You're obviously a storyteller. Do you like to do the co-writing thing? Let's start there. Do you write alone or do you like to co-write?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, let's see. I moved to Nashville because I got a publishing deal a few years ago, and when I first got it, they were pairing me up with all these different artists and writers. Some of them were just primarily artists, and they were looking for somebody to help them, make a song or a set of songs that were excuses for them to get on stage. But I was really looking for other writers that cared about the songs themselves. And now I just have a handful of people that I write with, people that I really trust with any idea. And so I do enjoy co-writing with certain writers, but I also primarily write by myself these days.
So where do they come from? Is it, do you get ideas? Do you, like read history books? Do you take it from real life situations? Does it come to you in a dream? I mean, where does it all come from?
All of those things, really,
okay.
yeah. Overhearing, listening in on people's conversations. Sometimes it's from reading. a book. I've been into some European history, reading a lot of that pre-World War II history lately. I've got a lot of songs that are in my set that I dreamt the beginning of, and
That always amazes me, because even if I dream, I don't remember it, so that would just not work.
Well,
you can remember it is amazing.
I studied music composition in my early 20s for the purpose of being able to sort of chase down any musical part of it that made me feel a certain way. And the nice side effect of that is that when I would wake up from a dream with a song in it, I knew how to find, for the most part, I knew where the music was, like how to find whatever chords progression was underneath the melody and find the melody and all that stuff. So I'm grateful for having sort of, found that, educated myself in that particular way.
Well, tell us about the new project you've got out.
Well, let's see. I got a new record that I made in Nashville. A guy named Jay Weaver produced it. He produces a lot of stuff for Jim Lauderdale. And all the players, for the most part, are Nashvillians. And, that's a really nice part of Nashville as a city. It's a great place to make a record because the level of musicianship there is extremely high. The record itself, my mom passed away a couple of years ago, and the record itself is dedicated to her memory, and it's a lot of happy songs, a lot of contemplative songs.
And it happens to be available at the merch table over there after the show, if you'd like to stop by there. And certainly shaking howdy with him. NoelMcKay.com is where you find more information, and you can find it right, the new project out there on all those streaming platforms as well. Coming up next, July 12th, he's got a show in Charlottesville, Virginia. NoelMcKay.com for the complete tour schedule. I'm going to back on out of the way so we get more music right here from Noel McKay on the WDVX Blue Plate special.
All right, I'll do one that's on the record that I put out a couple of years ago, the previous project. And I dreamt the beginning of this one. I dreamt that I was scrolling around on my phone, and in the dream there was some clickbait, and it said the 50 loneliest places in the nation. And I clicked on it in the dream, and out comes Roger Miller's voice singing this song. So I jumped out of bed and sang it into my phone. The song's called The 50 Loneliest Places in the Nation. The 50 loneliest places in the nation are some places that I've been to. They only earned that status because I got my saddest when I went to them and spent some time without you. Exotic places, well, I've known some. These are some that I made lonesome when you broke my heart and I went on vacation. They're the 50 loneliest places in the nation. St. Louis makes me bluest. St. Paul just makes me bawl. Niagara Falls might be the worst of all. Schenectady, oh, woe is me. San Clemente, tears are plenty. In San Antone, my heart sings like a stone. In New Orleans, the days are mean. In Mandeville, I miss you still. In Baton Rouge, my mind's filled with regret. Los Alamos, Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and the Florida Keys. I'll never dance again in Lafayette. The 50 loneliest places in the nation are some places that I've been to. They only earned that status because I got my saddest when I went to them and spent some time without you. Exotic places, well, I've known some. These are some that I made lonesome when you broke my heart and I went on vacation. They're the 50 loneliest places in the nation. Grand Forks, Gulfport, Galveston, Green Bay, Milwaukee, Madison, Muskogee. When I weep, my sobs are noisy. Portland, Oregon, Portland, Maine, Ponchatoula near Pontchartrain, and I can't seem to shake the blues in Boise. Kansas City, Kankakee, Walla Walla, Waikiki, Louisville, Kentucky at the races. Juneau, Joplin, Jamestown to Chicago, Cheyenne, Kalamazoo. I guess I'll have to go some other places. Atlanta, Santa Ana, Cincinnati, Texarkana, Tacoma, Houma, Yuma, Union City, Albuquerque, Albany, Asheville, Nashville, Tennessee. I feel so forlorn that it's a pity. New York City, Newport Beach, I've been there and cried in each. Still I'm glad I beheld each lovely sight. And I suppose it would be rude if I neglected to include the city that I'm standing in tonight. The 50 loneliest places in the nation are some places that I've been to. They only earned that status because I got my saddest when I went to them and spent some time without you. Exotic places, well, I've known some. These are some that I made lonesome when you broke my heart and I went on vacation. They're the 50 loneliest places in the nation. They're the 50 loneliest places in the nation. Thanks. I'm going to do a song I wrote with my friend Guy Clark. I can't remember if I said a prayer or a curse, but the ground was coming at me like some mean old lady's purse. I knew however much it hurt, getting up would hurt me worse. But it would make me wiser if it did not kill me first. Flying and falling and flying again. If you're a whooping crane or a jet airplane or just a leaf blown by the wind, from the time you're brought into this world until the day you reach the end, it's all flying and falling and flying again. Now the passers-by who gathered round said it didn't look too good, that the fall would probably kill me, and I was wishing that it would. They all pitched in and carried me straight to intensive care, but all that I could think about was getting back up in the air. Flying and falling and flying again. If you're a whooping crane or a jet airplane or just a leaf blown by the wind, from the time you're brought into this world until the day you reach the end, it's all flying and falling and flying again. Now to chart the safest course through life is no kind of life at all. You gotta take the chance even though you might be terrified to fall, to see this planet's curvature, and be sure the world is round. Just gliding for a moment is worth colliding with the ground. Flying and falling and flying again. If you're a whooping crane or a jet airplane or just a leaf blown by the wind, from the time you're brought into this world until the day you reach the end, it's all flying and falling and flying again. Thank you so much. Thanks for listening to me. Some years from now, when I'm working the circuit, I'll be an old cowboy in Spain, ordering drinks with my Mexican accent and falling asleep on the train. I'll never blend in with my boots and my turquoise at festivals, dance halls, and bars, searching the shops and the Spanish flea markets for an old used flamenco guitar. Far, far away from the South Texas border, seeking uncharted terrain, an old cowboy in Spain. Learning the dances and dialects there from people I meet in the towns, who'll give you a smile when it's really a smile, and a frown when it's really a frown. Far, far away from the South Texas border, seeking uncharted terrain, an old cowboy in Spain. An old cowboy in Spain. Thank you.
That's Noel McKay on the WDVX Blue Plate Special. Again, you can find more information at noelmckay.com. There is merch available over here at the merch table, and certainly just thank him for being here with us today on the Blue Plate Special. Support for the WDVX Blue Plate Special comes from Barley's down in Knoxville's Old City. It's home of the Big Plate on Fridays at noon, and we'll be there tomorrow with my brother's keeper. You can find information on who is headed to the Blue Plate Special on our website at WDVX.com. Additional support comes from Visit Knoxville and the Senior Financial Group, your neighborhood Medicare partner. For more than 30 years, Senior Financial Group's been on a mission to make Medicare more affordable. Information and assistance available at sfgmedicare.com, 865-777-0153. So, yes, we'll be down at Barley's for the big play tomorrow. And then on Saturday, right back here inside Visit Knoxville with Josh Bruce and the Laurelies. You can find more information, as I mentioned just a minute ago, on who's headed in our direction on the calendar right there on our website at WDVX.com. All right. Well, so his new project isn't quite out yet, but we'll talk more about that here in just a minute. Y'all give a great big welcome to Josh Morningstar to the Blue Plate Special.
Thank you very much, Rick. Hello, Knoxville. Everybody listening wherever you're listening. My name's Josh. I'm a lot of things, depending on who you ask. The main thing I consider myself to be is a songwriter, though. I write songs. I try to write a song every day. Some days I'm successful and I'm able to write a song. Other days I'm not successful and I can't write a song. And then some days I write a song about not being able to write a song, and that's where this song come from. Now please keep in mind, I was very frustrated when I wrote this song. We're on the radio, so I won't use the language that I use in the recording. I'll clean it up. But if you go looking for it online and you hear me say a bad word, please forgive me. I was very stressed out. Staring at another blank piece of paper, 'cause the words ain't coming out. Forget it. I'll write it later. Once I finally figure out what I'm gonna write about or how. I don't wanna write another song about a woman. That's been done and done to death. But what if another song about a woman is all that I've got left? Why do I suddenly feel so stressed? And why's the song speeding up like this? And now my heart's beating out of my chest. Maybe, yeah, I should take a nap instead of trying to find a clever line and put it next. I guess that this is where the chorus would probably go if I could write a freaking song. It'd be something catchy and they play it on the radio. You learn the words and sing along. But the melody ain't coming, this guitar part's been done and the words have all left and gone. I'd probably be alright if I could just write a freaking song. You look a little concerned over there, Ed. So what do you do when your sense of self-worth becomes totally and completely tied to and attributed to your profession? Well, doesn't take much for that profession to then become an obsession, especially if it's your means of introspection and self-reflection. You'll hunt it every day with aggression, and you're willing to make concessions you normally wouldn't because you have a predilection for connection. So if I question where's the next one, it might seem like I'm seeking some sort of decompression, but really I'm just trying to lessen the depression I get from using my transgressions without discretion as a form of expression in succession with the deception that he, the exception, can't get past the perception of rejection long enough to leave an impression on those who second guess him. So, is there a lesson? Yes, there's beauty in imperfection, but I digress. What's next? Oh yes, the chord progression says it's the chorus section. And so, this is where the chorus would probably go if I could write a freaking song. It'd be something catchy and they play it on the radio. You learn the words and sing along. But the melody ain't coming, this guitar part's been done and the words have all left and gone. I'd probably be alright if I could write. I'm not alright, I need to write. Why can't I just sit down and write a freaking song? Staring at another blank piece of paper. Maybe we won't throw this one out. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Beneath the streetlights in the stockyards, I pulled you close. We danced there on the sidewalk, 'cause all the bars were closed. Moving to a melody no one else but us would ever hear. Gave a $5 to a Mexican, his name was Julio. Gracias, he said, and handed you a single rose. Through the midnight on your face, you asked me if I knew a place to disappear. You said it's time we get away from here, leave our worries and our troubles behind us in the rearview mirror. I could take you to the coast, we could both get on a boat and sail. Or I know you love the snow, and I know a place to go and bail. Or maybe we could make a home in the next town that we end up going through. But you know that I don't care for where we go, I don't give a damn for what we do, as long as I'm there with you. Beneath the painted purple desert sky, I pulled you close. I shouted at the heavens that I'd never let you go. You laughed and called me crazy. I laughed and said I thought I made that clear. There was stillness in the nightfall, sand between our toes. The angels took the night off, so we went chasing ghosts. When I told you that I loved you, won't forget the way you smiled from ear to ear. You said there ain't no place you'd rather be but here, and you're glad we left our troubles behind us in the rearview mirror. When we head to the coast, we both got on a boat and sailed. We made love and watched it snow at a cabin no one knows in Vail. Then you said let's make a home in the next town that we end up going through. But you know that I don't care for where we go, I don't give a damn for what we do, as long as I'm there with you. So let's head out to the coast, let's just get on a boat and sail. Build a life as we grow old at a cabin no one knows in Vail. 'Cause I'm in to make a home in any town we end up going through. But you know that I don't care for where we go, I don't give a damn for what we do, as long as I'm there with you. Anywhere will do. As long as I'm there with you. Thanks, guys.
This is Josh Morningstar with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. So,
Sorry.
how long have you been here now? Like 4 years? I think?
About 3.5.
Three and a
roughly.
half?
Yep.
Okay. We're claiming him. We're gonna start.
you.
We're
I
gonna
dig
start.
Knoxville.
We're gonna start calling you East Tennessee Zone because
I'm in.
you're one of us now. So you were You mentioned a minute ago that you like to try to write a song a day. I can't even imagine. But have you ever, like Noel, have you ever dreamed a song?
Not that I can recall. I've killed a lot of brain cells over the years, so it's possible, but I don't think so.
It's interesting how songs, come to people. I'll ask you what I asked him. I mean, where do your ideas come from? Do you just overhear somebody? Do you read something that sticks with you? Do you see something in the news?
All the above.
Okay.
Yeah, all the above, and then personal experiences. The song I started with, I can't write a song. Obviously, that came from personal experience and not being able to write a song. And then that last one came from life. And then, so.
I know that, we know you write for other folks as well. Other people record your music. But do you like to do the co-writing thing?
I do. I always came up looking up to people that always said you write songs by yourself. So for the longest time, I was of the belief that you write songs by yourself. Well, then the more I got into Guy Clark, for example, he became a big believer in co-writes over time, and he's one of my favorites. And if a guy like Guy's cool with it, then I'm cool with it too. So I started doing it as well a little bit. And I'm like Noel in that I have a group of people that I write with, and I don't do a whole lot of outside of that, but I'm always open to whatever.
So tell us about the new project. It's self-titled.
Yes, ma'am.
Josh Morningstar, easy enough to remember that one. And it is available for pre-sale right now. It comes out next Friday.
Yes, ma'am, 28th.
So tell us about it. Where'd you record it? What's on it?
It was recorded in Nashville. Those two songs that I just played are on it, as will, I'm sure, the next one. I'm not a studio guy. I'm a troubadour and a songwriter. I don't like recording studios. I don't like the sound of my voice on it. You know what I mean? I feel that you have to see me live if you're going to get into what I do, But my records are essentially just a commercial for my live show, and it had been 5 or 6 years since I've done one, so I figured it's probably time to do another one. So I went in and recorded it, and I sent it around to different labels, but I didn't send it. One of my best friends is Cody Jinks. He's recorded 17 of my songs now, but I didn't send it to him because he'd already recorded 17 of my songs. I didn't want to be put my record out too, you know what I mean? So I sent it around to different labels, and I had a couple different places that were interested in it. And then I was talking to Jinx one day, and I hadn't even told him that I had done it, that I had a record. And I was talking to him, and I just mentioned it, and he was like, "What? Well, send it to me." And then the next day he called and was like, "Yeah, I want to put this out." And I was like, "Yes," because I know I can trust him. You know what I mean?
Right.
And he's got a great team of people around him. So it's coming out on his label, Late August Records, next Friday. And I'm pretty excited about it, man. Life is a trip, man. On one hand, everything in my life is falling apart. But then on the other hand, there's this record that's coming out. And life is a trip, man.
Well, it is. And, you you were mentioning turning 40 like you were just over the hill, and there is plenty of tripping yet to go.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Well, I'm 41.
It's a big trip.
I'm 41 in years, but I've been on the road for 20 years, so that adds. So I'm really 63 or 64.
In road
exactly,
years.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, yeah, and like I said, the new project's coming out next week. You can find it right there on the website, Josh Morningstar Music.
Yes, ma'am. The other one got hacked by
.com.
a Pakistani gambling site.
So that would not be the right one.
Yeah, joshmorningstarmusic.com.
Tomorrow, he's going to be in Riverton, Illinois, in Saturday. Show up in a place in Ohio I can't even pronounce.
Wapakoneta.
There
right.
you go.
Pop
Easy for
provocative
you to
Wapakoneta.
say.
Okay.
So, we were just lucky to get him in here right before he heads out on a tour. There's a lot of shows lined up there, so visit the website to find the complete tour schedule. I'm going to back out of the way. We're going to get more music here from Josh Morningstar on the Blue Plate Special.
Well, thank you. I wrote this one. So I live about a mile from here, and straight up Broadway. If you keep going, there's this Kenjo gas station. It's a real rundown ghetto kind of place, and it's not too far from the house. And I walked up there one day, and if you know the place I'm talking about, then you know the kind of place that it is. It's a rundown gas station. It's where the drug deals happen. It's where the people who are home challenged tend to hang out. It's been robbed a bunch of times. Anyway, I was walking up there one day, and I started thinking about all that crazy stuff that goes down there, and then I thought, well, why does stuff like that happen? And then I came to the conclusion that stuff like that happens because we as a society tend to do some crummy things to quote-unquote get ahead in life. And then I thought, well, that's been going on forever. They say Jesus Christ was crucified beside two thieves, so people have been robbing and stealing and doing crummy stuff. Ooh. Crummy stuff to get ahead in life for a very long time. And then I thought, just make it rhyme. Little Timmy Thomas robbed a Kenjo on the corner with a pistol that he lifted from his buddy Bobby Warner. Got $700, 11 pack of cigs, and everyone in town knew exactly who did it. If his mama would have been there, but she'd have hit him. Smoking stolen Marlboro Reds when the feds came to get him. We're all just trying to make it. We're all just trying to get by. If we want, then we take it. Seem to be the words that we live by. Say they crucified Jesus with a couple of thieves. Lord, we don't know what we do, just know what we need. Teresa was the finest piece of tail he'd ever seen. Blew his mind back, she got all of that in them jeans. He walked over and told her she could have his last name. She asked him what he drove, told her a black Range Rover. Same old song and dance, kicked the drummer. Yeah, she thought that he was ugly, but she's looking for a come up. We're all just trying to make it. We're all just trying to get by. If we want, then we take it. Seem to be the words that we live by. Say they crucified Jesus with a couple of thieves. Lord, we don't know what we do, just know what we need. So Father, please forgive us for our lust and our greed. But you created temptation, so how about a little empathy, respectively? I mean, if you think objectively, this is kinda your fault, cause this is kinda your thing. Super mega corporation CEO, 7-figure but doesn't get no PTO. Work them all like a dog, treat them all like a slave. These lazy suckers are lucky they get minimum wages. Pay keeps getting lower, average Joe is in fear. Execs collect checks, it's another record year. We're all just trying to make it. We're all just trying to get by. If we want it, then we take it. Seem to be the words that we live by. Say they crucified Jesus with a couple of thieves. You won't believe the things we do to get the things we think we need. Thanks, guys. Yeah. Man, I tell you, this is the latest one I wrote. I should rephrase that. This is the latest one I wrote that I thought was worth anything. First we break up, and then we make up. Doesn't take us very long to start the cycle up again, but this time's different. Something's missing. We can't dismiss it as a fight to keep on living life like this. Our ship's hit an iceberg, we're sinking. I love you, but I can't help but thinking that I could have been over you by now. I could have found someone new and moved on somehow. If I'd stopped myself from stopping you just once as you walked out, I could have been over you by now. I could have been over you by now. Going round in circles, we say the same things all the time. I know that we're both hurting, but some things hurt more than goodbye. We've approached the same old finish line time and time again. If I'd had the strength to cross it right now, I could have been, I could have been over you by now. I could have found someone new and moved on with life somehow. If I'd stopped myself from stopping you just once as you walked out, I could have been over you by now. If you weren't the only thing I can't live without, I could have been over you by now. I could be over you right now. That's a pretty song. Thank you, guys. Oh, don't want to do that one because that one's got a lot of curse words in it. Let's think of something else here. Oh, man. So I wrote this with my buddy Hayes Carl. He put it on his last record and made a beautiful video for it that he shot right here in Knoxville. I've watched the video one time because I bawled like a baby as I watched it. It was so beautiful. So if you're ever in the mood for crying, look up the video for this song online. It's guaranteed to do it for you. The leaves on that ancient old oak tree have started to turn same shade as the flames of the fire I'm watching burn. There's an unfinished crossword resting on the arm of my chair. For the life of me, I don't know if I'm the one left it there. Something feels so familiar as I watch you walk into the room. I may not recognize your face, but I damn sure recognize that perfume. You kneel down beside me and gently take hold of my hand. As I say, baby, I'm scared, I'm not sure I know who I am. Could you help me remember who it is that I used to be? Could you tell me the story of my family, our hopes and our dreams? Did I protect my children? Did I stand up for my friends? Was there damage that I did? Did I ever make amends? Did I light up your life like a full moonlit night in December? try to make sense of these old photographs on the wall. They're just traces of places and faces that I can't recall. And this ring on my finger is golden but faded and worn, like it was forged in a fire, love weathered the storms. Could you help me remember? I'm scared, I'm losing my mind. I know we had a story, but it's getting harder to find. Did I stand up and be counted, or would I always fold? Did I do things as a young man I'd be proud of when I was old? Was I a believer, or did I not give a damn? And if there is a God, then why is this part of his plan? Was I a house on fire, or was I just a slow burning ember? Could you please help me remember memories? Could you help me remember? That's pretty simple. Thank you.
So now I'm supposed to talk after that, huh?
I'm sorry.
Y'all, we're going to get one more tune here from Josh Morningstar in just a minute. How about one more round of applause for Noel McKay, the first half of the show here today? Well, we're going to do this all over again, except at Barley's tomorrow for the big plate. Excuse me, for the big plate with my brother's keeper. WDVX.com is where you find the complete schedule. We are a listener-supported radio station. There's always a donation box in the back of the room. A few bucks in the box keeps the good music going on the Blue Plate Special. Noel's got some merch available over here after the show, and certainly feel free to shake and howdy with our performers and just thank them for being here with us today. If you're listening in or watching that live stream, the new self-titled project from Josh Morningstar will be out next Friday. It is available right now for pre-order at joshmorningstarmusic.com.
Yes, ma'am.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me
sharing
back.
these songs with us. Will you leave us with one?
I sure will, and I'll try not to make, or it'll be one where you don't want to slit your wrist afterwards. I apologize for that. We'll go up tempo. I wrote this with Brent Cobb. I know Brent and Hayes actually, I think, have been in here too. It's on. He put it on his last record and released it as a single. It's on my new record, and we released it as a single. Yeah, it's called Living the Dream. Thank you guys so much for letting me sing you some songs. I appreciate it. Here comes another morning sun. Ain't got a whole lot, but I'm getting it done. I step out, this cold world shouts. Don't nobody know what they're talking about. This whole scene's on a slow lane. Am I the only one who knows I'm living the dream? It ain't as hard as it seems. There's no phone line, so I make conversation with the warm sunshine. I'm dim lit, nitpicking on a brand new tune. It's the same old licking, it's blues, pinks, a half full drink, the house and the kitchen sink. I'm living the dream. It ain't as hard as it seems. Kinda seem like this whole thing's a smoke screen, but it don't owe me a doggone thing. 'Cause I'm living the dream. When them lights glare, I might stare, sipping through the pictures of a nightmare. Freeze frame, see page, 5-fold tickets to a tripped out brain. Hey, third eye, your covert spy. I figured out what now, why I'm living the dream. It ain't as hard as it seems. Kinda seem like this whole thing's a smoke screen, but it don't owe me a doggone thing. I keep living the dream. Good people, we assume good. Whatever gonna happen, gonna be what it should. Bad people, we assume bad. Whatever gonna happen ain't forever gonna last. What if good people and bad people were all just people? People, hold tight, don't fight, go on and get with it every Saturday night. Like what would say, they wanna come play. We can do it like you did way back in the day. Hey, just keep living the dream, 'cause I'm pretty sure that this whole thing's a smoke screen, but it don't owe me a doggone.
Josh Morningstar, y'all, thank you. And join us again next time for more real live music on the Blue Blade Special.